The unofficial creed of Anonymous, though it isn't formal or universally agreed upon, generally revolves around principles of freedom of speech, privacy, transparency, and opposition to censorship or corruption. Key elements often include 1. Decentralization. There is no official leader, making it a collective of individuals who operate on common goals but without a hierarchy. 2. Anonymous identity. Members protect their personal identities and believe in acting without seeking recognition or fame. 3. Hacktivism. Many actions involve hacking or leveraging digital tools to expose injustice, protest against authoritarianism, or support movements for freedom. 4. Collective action. We Are Legion is often used to represent the power of the collective rather than the individual. 5. Anti-corruption. Actions frequently target institutions, corporations, or governments believed to be corrupt or oppressive. The group's slogan, "We do not forgive, we do not forget, expect us," captures the determination and resilience of their campaigns. It's important to note that various factions within Anonymous may interpret or prioritize these elements differently.
The political establishment thrives on apathy. It relies on a public too distracted, too disillusioned, or too busy to scrutinize its actions. When people become informed and engaged, they pose a direct threat to this status quo. Suddenly, policies are questioned, decisions are challenged, and the comfortable inertia of the political machine is disrupted. In Scotland, we are witnessing a surge in public engagement. People are no longer content to be passive observers. They are actively participating in political discourse, both online and offline. This informed citizenry demands transparency, accountability, and a genuine stake in the decisions that shape their lives. This shift in attitude represents a fundamental challenge to the traditional power structure. For years, decisions have been made behind closed doors, with little regard for the concerns of ordinary people. Now those doors are being forced open. The political establishment, accustomed to operating with impunity, is starting to feel the heat. This is not just about specific policies or individual politicians. It's about something far more profound, a fundamental shift in the relationship between the governed and those who govern. It's about reclaiming power from the political elite and returning it to its rightful owners, the people. Grassroots movements are the lifeblood of any genuine democracy. They represent the organic expression of the people's will, unfiltered by the machinations of political parties or vested interests. It is precisely this organic, unpredictable nature that makes them so threatening to the established order. Unlike traditional political campaigns, which are often stage-managed and predictable, grassroots movements emerge from the ground up. They are fueled by passion, driven by conviction, and remarkably resistant to top-down control. This makes them incredibly difficult to manipulate or co-opt. In Scotland, we have seen the power of grassroots movements firsthand. From the campaign for Scottish devolution to the fight against austerity measures, ordinary people have come together to demand change. They have organized protests, lobbied politicians, and used social media to amplify their voices. These movements are not always neat or predictable. They can be messy, chaotic, and sometimes even contradictory, but it is in their very unruliness that their power lies. They defy easy categorization or control, posing a constant challenge to the status quo. The issue of Scottish independence has loomed large over British politics for decades. For the political establishment in Westminster, it represents a fundamental threat to the United Kingdom as it currently exists. The prospect of Scotland charting its own course, both politically and economically, fills many within the halls of power with a deep sense of unease. The reasons for this anxiety are clear. Scottish independence would have profound implications for the UK's global standing, its economy, and its very sense of national identity. It would also set a precedent for other regions with separatist ambitions, potentially unraveling the fabric of the Union itself. Beyond these practical considerations, there is a deeper fear at play, the fear of losing control. The prospect of a nation within these islands choosing to go its own way, to reject the status quo and forge a new path, challenges the very foundations of the existing power structure. The Scottish independence movement is about more than just borders and flags. It is a potent symbol of the desire for change, for self-determination, and for a political system that is truly accountable to the people. This desire for change, this yearning for a fairer and more democratic society is what truly terrifies those who cling to power.